Some mysteries are eventually solved, but others remain unexplained forever. What makes these cases even more chilling is that they actually happen in real life. Today, we're diving into the world's creepiest unsolved mysteries, stories that continue to haunt investigators, baffle scientists, and terrify anyone who hears about them. From abandoned places to eerie forests, these real-life enigmas have left behind more questions than answers. Get ready to explore the unknown, where every clue leads to another dead end, and the truth seems just out of reach. Throughout history, there have been countless strange disappearances, unexplained signals, mysterious deaths, and terrifying events that have never been fully explained. Despite advances in science and decades of investigation, some mysteries remain completely unsolved. In this video, we'll explore some of the creepiest real-life mysteries that continue to confuse experts and send chills down the spines of people around the world. Let's begin our journey into the unknown, where every answer only leads to more questions. Our first mystery takes us to the snowy Ural Mountains of Russia in 1959. 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition, but none would return alive. When rescuers finally found their campsite, they were met with a scene that defied explanation. The hikers' tent had been ripped open from the inside, as if they were desperate to escape something. Some victims were found barefoot in the freezing snow, while others had severe internal injuries. One was even missing their tongue. Strangely, there were no clear signs of struggle, and to this day, nobody fully agrees on what actually happened. When investigators arrived at the Dyatlov Pass campsite, they found the tent had been violently ripped open from the inside. This detail puzzled everyone. Why would experienced hikers tear through their only shelter in the freezing cold? The group's belongings were left behind, suggesting they fled in a hurry. The snow around the tent showed footprints leading away, but no signs of an attack or animal involvement. The scene was as mysterious as it was tragic, and it set the stage for decades of speculation. Hikers' bodies were discovered in various states, some barefoot, others with severe internal injuries, and one missing their tongue. The injuries were so unusual that investigators couldn't agree on a cause. There were no external wounds matching the internal trauma, and the missing tongue only deepened the mystery. Theories ranged from avalanches to secret military tests, but none could explain all the bizarre details. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling unsolved cases in history. Over the years, countless theories have been proposed to explain what happened at Dyatlov Pass. Some believe an avalanche forced the hikers to flee, while others suspect secret military experiments or even paranormal forces. Infrasound, which can cause panic attacks, has also been suggested. But despite all the speculation, no single theory explains every detail. The truth behind the Dyatlov Pass incident remains elusive, leaving us with more questions than answers. Our next mystery takes us to the vastness of space. In 1977, astronomers detected a powerful radio signal from deep space that lasted only 72 seconds. It was so unusual that astronomer Jerry Amen wrote "Wow" next to the data. Despite decades of searching, the signal has never been detected again. Some believe it was a natural cosmic event, while others wonder if it was a message from intelligent life. The "Wow" signal remains one of astronomy's greatest mysteries. The "Wow" signal was detected by a radio telescope scanning the skies for unusual signals. For 72 seconds, the equipment picked up a strong, clear transmission that stood out from the usual cosmic noise. Scientists were stunned by its intensity and clarity, but after that brief moment, the signal vanished and has never been heard again. Was it a natural phenomenon or something more? The mystery continues to spark debate among astronomers. Despite years of research, the "Wow" signal has never been fully explained. Some scientists think it could have been a rare cosmic event, like a comet or a burst of energy from a distant star. Others believe it might have been interference from Earth, but the possibility that it was a message from intelligent life has never been ruled out. The "Wow" signal remains a tantalizing clue in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. In 1900, 3 lighthouse keepers vanished from the remote Flannan Isles in Scotland. When a relief crew arrived, they found the lighthouse empty, with meals left uneaten and everything in order except for the missing men. No trace of the keepers was ever found, and theories range from giant waves to supernatural forces. The disappearance remains one of the sea's most enduring mysteries. The Flannan Isles lighthouse was well stocked and the keepers were experienced. Yet, all 3 disappeared without any sign of struggle or warning. The logbook contained strange entries about storms and fear, but nothing conclusive. Despite extensive searches, no bodies were ever found. The case has inspired countless stories and remains unsolved to this day. In 1966, 2 men were found dead on a hill in Brazil, wearing lead masks and formal suits. There were no signs of violence, and a notebook nearby contained cryptic instructions. The cause of death was never determined, and the purpose of the masks remains a mystery. Some believe the men were involved in a secret experiment or cult ritual. The lead mask's case continues to puzzle investigators. The notebook found with the men contained instructions like be at the agreed place at 16:30 and ingest capsules after the effect, protect metals, wait for mask signal. Investigators could not determine what the capsules were or what the men expected to happen. The lack of evidence and the bizarre circumstances have made this case one of Brazil's most enduring mysteries. In 1948, a man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Australia. He carried no identification, and all labels were removed from his clothes. A scrap of paper with the words "Tamam," ended or finished, was found in a hidden pocket. The man's identity and cause of death remain unknown, making this one of Australia's greatest unsolved mysteries. The phrase "Tamam Shud" was traced to a rare book of Persian poetry. Investigators found a copy of the book in a car near the crime scene, containing a code written in the back. Despite extensive efforts, the code has never been deciphered, and the man's identity remains a mystery. The Tamam Shud case continues to fascinate and frustrate investigators. On Christmas Eve 1945, a fire destroyed the Sodder family home in West Virginia. 5 of the 10 children were never found, and no remains were discovered in the ashes. The family believed the children had been kidnapped, but no evidence was ever found. The case remains one of America's most haunting unsolved disappearances. The Sodder family spent decades searching for their missing children, following up on leads and sightings from around the country. Despite their efforts, no trace of the children was ever found. Theories include kidnapping, arson, and even organized crime, but the truth remains a mystery. The Sodder case is a heartbreaking example of an unsolved disappearance. In 1922, an entire family was murdered on their remote farm in Germany. The killer lived in the house for days after the crime, feeding the animals and tending to chores. Despite a massive investigation, the murderer was never found. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most chilling unsolved cases. Neighbors discovered the bodies days after the murders, and investigators were shocked to find evidence that someone had been living in the house. The killer's identity and motive remain unknown, and the case has inspired countless theories and stories. Hinterkaifeck is a reminder that some mysteries are never solved. In the late 1500s, over 100 settlers vanished from Roanoke Island, leaving behind only the word Croatoan carved into a post. No trace of the colonists was ever found, and their fate remains one of America's oldest mysteries. The lost colony continues to fascinate historians and mystery lovers alike. From the snowy peaks of Russia to the depths of space, these real-life mysteries remind us that some questions may never be answered. Despite advances in science and technology, the world is still full of unexplained events that defy logic and reason. These stories continue to haunt us, challenging our understanding of reality and fueling our fascination with the unknown. Perhaps one day, the truth will come to light. Until then, these mysteries remain unsolved.